What you heard was nothing but the vibe.
It's a vibe. Feels like only yesterday that we were together. When you say goodbye, I know you mean forever.
I'm so close to you. Tell me what to do. We're so far apart. It's breaking my heart. Feels like only yesterday that we were together. When you say goodbye, I know you meant forever. I'm so close to you. Tell me what to do. We're so far apart. It's breaking my heart.
Hey, hey, hey. Thank you guys. I don't see Ava.
Hey.
There she is, the beautiful Ava. How you doing?
I'm doing okay, beautiful
Good.
Angie.
Thank you.
Welcome, guys, to Views and Opinions Vibes.
Yes, you are here with Angela and Ava. We're so glad you guys were able to spend your Sunday evening with us. And we're so happy to have you on. We hope that we bring you guys some light and energy this evening. I first want to give a shout out to Gina Gatson, and she's the director. She's promoting Directors Author Guild Award, and it will be November 9th. So we want to get a shout out to Gina Gatson.
Hey, Chicago and Northwest Indiana, get ready for a road trip to Las Vegas, Nevada. Come celebrate the 3rd Annual Literary Award Show and VIP Gala in Las Vegas, Wednesday, November 9th, presented by Gina Gatson and the Distinguished Authors Guild. If you are an author, writer, publisher, business owner, producer, editor, or if you are someone who wants to connect with movers and shakers in the literary world, grab your tickets at Eventbrite, keyword Distinguished Authors Guild. Call Gina Gatson at 219-742-4305. 219-742-4305. Gina Gatson and the Distinguished Authors Guild will be honoring the past and celebrating the future. The 3rd Annual DAG Literary Award Show and VIP Gala is a black tie event. For tickets, call Gina Gatson at 219-742-4305. 219-742-4305, or go to Eventbrite and type Distinguished Authors Guild. Proceeds from ticket sales goes towards scholarships for first-year creative writing college students. If you can't make it to Vegas, you may use your ticket for the virtual viewing November 10th. We look forward to seeing you November 9th in Las Vegas, Nevada. Wheels up!
Wheels up.
Yes, that is so awesome. If you can't, locate yourself, and if you can't find yourself in Vegas, you can do it virtually. So that is awesome. You have both options.
Super cool, super cool.
Yeah. So let's get into tonight's topic and discussion.
Oh, girl.
First, I want to just thank you for being on the show, Ava. I know you got a lot going on. You're, single mom of 3, and you was having some personal issues as far as you want to share that with us tonight.
I am not my best today. My mouth hurts actually. So in the middle of the night, my molar tooth cracked. So my wisdom tooth is growing in. And I have no room in my mouth.
Woo, that just makes
for
it. Like
put it on my molar, and this whole side of my face it hurts really bad.
Like,
actually, I just popped a pill, so
ain't nothing like tooth pain. Like tooth pain, I think is like by far the worst pain that you can have, aside from labor pains. Like. Because it just radiates through your whole,
the whole
everything. Like, and that's like, you need your brain, like you need your eyes, you like need, you can put your leg up, you know what I'm saying? If it's damaged or broken, but like your head, like you can't put that up. Like you need that functioning. So like,
you surely do. And you got to focus like you in labor too.
Yeah.
You know how in labor, you got to find something to focus on. So you don't really feel the pain, but you feel the pain. Yeah.
Do some massages, like put that pressure points that you have. Just go ahead and apply that pressure, girl.
Yeah, girl.
Right. But yeah, so moving on. I hate that you're going through that. I just really do. But let's talk about today's subject. Did you want to bring that topic? Did you want to say what that topic is?
So she's difficult. She's controlling, right? She's argumentative.
All that.
So all of that. And it's so crazy because some of the feedback that I received from the topic was they felt that it was just a man saying it, right? And
definitely.
Like it's a man that's saying she's these things, but there are women that actually make these same comments about women, right?
Oh yeah,
because it's kind of like a programming that you might have even received from your mom, grandma, right? So
definitely programming.
So I'm gonna ask you, do you believe your feminine energy has been blocked? If so, why, how, what happened?
Girl. I mean, this podcast isn't long enough, okay, for me to express to you all of my, reasons why I had to be masculine. All right. I had to show my masculine energy. I mean, hey, do I start from the beginning? Like, where do I go? Like,
pick a spot. I'll say this because you mentioned it. I'm a single mom of 3. You're a single mom of 3. Do you feel that becoming a single mom of 3 has pushed you into that masculine energy and you losing your feminine energy? Tell us about that. How we can start there.
How was I able, like, I had to transition into that, becoming single. So I'll start off with this. I never thought that I would be a single mom. I don't think anybody signs up for that. Like, where's the line? Let me stand in the single mother's line. Like, wait a minute. Okay, nobody signs up.
Not at all.
For that role, okay? I can remember saying I didn't want kids.
Who signs up to actually have a kid? That's just like
I didn't want them. I didn't. I was like, my body gonna be. I was for selfish reasons. I ain't gonna lie, but I was just one of those women who didn't. I was like, I'm good. I could see everybody else getting. I'm good. So we'll start there. So then, I just found myself actually dating the type of men, or being with the type of men, I'll say procreating with the type of men that I saw. And who did I see? I saw my father. I had a dad at home, but I saw him allow my stepmom to be in her masculine energy in the relationship. She ran the pants in that relationship because he was in a
row.
Thank you. So that's what that's what I saw. So when you see things subconsciously, you've been I've been seeing it. My parents, they got married when I was 12. So yeah, in my 40s. In my 40s.
You look good, girl.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm in my 40s. And so I've seen it for a good portion of my childhood, right? My stepmom being a masculine energy. And because she had to be in a masculine energy because she was with my dad, she was mean, very mean. Like, she used to talk about us to the congregation that we were a part of, like our religious, organization and whatnot, to the point where it would come back to us. And what was told was, man, if my husband if something happened to me, because everybody knew my mom's situation and why my dad wasn't with my mom. But
and you talking about your biological mom.
Biological mom, yes. So we would get on her nerves. She would go run tell that how horrible kids we were to the other women in the congregation, like in the organization, to the point where they was like, if my husband died, I pray to God they don't marry a woman like my stepmom. They pray to God. I was like that, like you was, and it's in my head, like it'll never leave me, right? Because I'm a child, and you like talking about a whole child. So, what does that say about you? But whatever. But you still had to be in your masculine energy because of my father. Now, my father had a job, but he couldn't keep a job. I don't know why. I still don't know why to this day. He made money. I thought my dad was a go-getter. Like all this time, I thought he was a go-getter because he had different businesses. But like, no, my stepmom, she had the insurance. She worked at Amtrak, so she was traveling from Indiana to Chicago every day. And okay, so when I was 18, my dad started regular pioneering. I know you know what that means, but that means that he volunteered his time, evangelizing for, I want to say it was like 90 hours back then, a month. So dang, now that I'm thinking about it, that nigga didn't work, G. I'm like, wait a minute. Let me put it together. Like, that nigga didn't work, G. Man. And what is he doing today?
Man.
And oh yeah, my mind is blown. You can put that emoji right back up. Hey, that nigga did not work, girl.
Dang.
It's still to this day.
So he couldn't lead, and then she couldn't trust him. So she stayed in her masculine role.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you picked up on that.
Yes, ma'am.
But then at the same time, because that was your father.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You may have found men that was just the same.
I surely did. I most surely did. It was in my subconscious. It was deep down in my subconscious, even though I'm thinking that I'm thinking I'm going for somebody I'm attracted to, but to be honest, it wasn't that at all. It was, and then it
recreating your childhood.
Definitely for my girls.
Yeah.
And so that's how it started for me. And so that was one question, right? And then the other question was, how has that affected me and how am I today with that? So yeah, I end up definitely procreating with people who were similar to my dad. So
wow.
Yeah. I can go further, but we just gonna leave it right there. And now it's your turn. It's your turn.
Okay, so I would have to actually say mine started in my marriage.
Really?
Yeah, that's when mine started. That's actually when I started seeing how I was transitioning from myself. And it's so crazy because I never used the terms like feminine energy and masculine energy. I was just saying like I wasn't myself anymore. Like I knew I just didn't understand at the time what part of me was changing, right? But my ex-husband who I have my 3 kids with, he was overseas for the majority of our marriage. And so although I didn't truly have to pay attention to, being a breadwinner, I was still a single mom, and that's a job in itself, right? But also, he programmed me like I was a man, in the sense of I was more on the soft side because that's my feminine energy, right? That's the softness of me. But he would tell me things like he can't think about being soft, or I should say being loving, because he was in like a war zone. So he was actually changing me to harden myself, right? To kind of just become cold. And I didn't recognize it at first, but now he was there for years. And here I am. I just kind of just transitioned all the way, coming out of my feminine energy right into a masculine energy. And then when we actually decided to divorce, I'm a single mom, but a lot of me choosing to divorce was because things that I was recognizing about him is that he was indecisive, right? I didn't trust him. So, and then I was still being in that masculine energy, because if I don't trust you, then that means I'm going to either seek it within myself, or I'm going to seek it from outside sources to find that model, for me to follow. And so that didn't help. And
I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
So you said your husband was overseas,
right?
Was he that way in the beginning of your marriage?
Yeah, so he was in the military before we were married.
Before you were married. Okay.
Before we were married, that was his career. He actually left a month after we were engaged. And it's so crazy because I had male friends. I always had male friends. I think maybe because I'm kind of cute. I have more male friends than female friends all the time. You might can relate to that. And my male friends would tell me, like, he's just trying to trap you. Don't get married. He's just trying to trap you, right? And I'm like, no, right? But I learned later on that, it wasn't. It was a trap.
Yeah, he was trying to trap you. Like, just go ahead and say what it is. But he was trying to trap you, and you fell for it.
Right.
But no, you have 3 beautiful children, and you know what I mean? You have 3 beautiful. But I want to say this, okay, because so you feel like it started you getting into your relationship with your ex.
Yeah.
But I want to challenge you, because he was in the military.
Right.
So it was like, how would you have played? You know what I'm saying? Like, and you've had to have been in your masculine energy way before.
I probably kind of was, and I probably did. So I'll say this. Growing up, so my dad wasn't in my life, but I always had a male figure in my life, whether that was like my grandfather or even my brother's father, who has always been in my life. And actually, so my brother is 3 years older than I am, right? So there was a point in time that my mom even let me know that my brother's dad was even saying, like, she don't even have to ever know, who her biological father is. So he was always in my life. And I learned so much from him. So they co-parented very, very well. And then when I was about 12, they got married. So although my mom was a single mom from my birth to 12, right? I never truly kind of saw her as being in that full masculine, role. I never saw it. It was
she was always in her feminine energy.
She was always inside her feminine energy. I didn't really see her go into a masculine energy until she was actually married. It was so crazy. And she'll even speak about it and say, like, the worst thing that they could have ever done was gotten married. Like they were like just great.
And shout out to Mama Ava, because we love her. If she's watching, we love you.
Mom.
We not throwing no shade. We just talking about our past, our history, because we really feel it makes us who we are. Like no shade. It's just all love. All positivity.
Yes. Matter of fact, I just saw her, I think it was like last week or so. I said to her, I was talking about what my stepfather, my brother's dad, did as my, childhood growing up. Like my brother was like super spoiled. From the time he was born, into his whole adulthood, all he ever had was Jordans. Like he was just extremely spoiled. I had all the little baby alives at 1-2 years old. I didn't even know that they was actually baby alives back then, but I had everything. Like he just completely spoiled me. I never missed a beat, and missing a dad, not even recognizing that I was missing, my biological father. And I just saw her and I was like, hey, did you ever thank him? Like if not, tell him I said thank you, or thank him, because that's like truly important. Especially in talking about women and being in their softness, because it starts in the household. It starts on how you're growing up. Like I have 2 daughters, you have 3 daughters, right? And they're only going to, what they're saying right now is their mothers being in their masculine energy, because we are the leaders, we are the providers. What else?
We're the nurturer.
We're the nurturers. We're all that, right?
Yep.
It's also, and then I have a son, right? So now I have to kind of like back off a little bit.
You got to transition. You got to transition the roles back and forth, and so if everybody's liking the conversation, right now, please give a like and a subscribe to this channel. If you liking what you hear, if you feeling, what I'm saying, this is our life stories, this is our views and opinions. If you like what you hear, go ahead and push a like and subscribe to the channel, please. The V&O, there you go. The V&O, there you go. All right, thank you guys. But
yes.
So we have a question here. Shout out to Greg Gray. So the question is, what actually triggers the masculine energy in your relationships?
So when you're inside of a relationship, what would trigger it? Him being indecisive, him not being able to lead, kind of like I was mentioning before. Not being able to trust him, because if you don't trust the man that you're with as the leader, right? If he can't educate you and teach you, which is what a man is supposed to do, right?
Yes. Say it for the people in the back. Say it for they in the back, and they need to hear it. Say it for them.
Exactly.
Yes.
The men are the educators in the household. They are there to teach the woman, and then the woman is there to teach the children. But if a woman is not being able to trust her man to lead, to educate, then she is going to tap inside her own masculine energy to figure it out on herself, or she's going to seek a role model from the outside.
Yes, ma'am.
That's just kind of what happens, right? And so now we're inside of our masculine energy. You might even still be in the relationship, right?
Yes.
Because now he's in his feminine energy because he's not leading.
Thank you.
You're in the masculine energy, right?
The roles have reversed.
The roles have reversed, and kind of go into like how you said, your upbringing was with your stepmom and your dad. It just switches. So that's how, Greg, if I answer the question, that's how it triggers it. It just triggers it based on the man not being able to lead. And then too, for a lot of women, if a woman has to lead a man, then she already views him like as one of her children. And that's never good. That's never good.
Then we get back to our topic. She's difficult. She's controlling. She's argumentative.
Yep. And why? Because now she stepped inside a different role. Now she's in her masculine role where he's taking it as he's the actual man, right? He's the actual man, but you're not being a leader. Yeah. So now I have to tell you, now I have to teach you. Why am I teaching you? But you then are saying that I'm being difficult. I'm being controlling. I'm arguing with you. No, I'm not arguing. I'm teaching you, really. Yep. Why? Because you didn't want to be the teacher. You didn't want to be the educator. You didn't want to be the lead. And I definitely procreated with that. Like I procreated with
that. And no shade to my parents. I love my parents. My parents did an excellent job in raising me. And I just wanted to give recognition to that. Like, I'm not, downing how I was brought up and how I was raised. I'm not doing that at all. I'm just shedding light on something that I've come to know, looking back and thinking about how my childhood was and what role we're talking about: masculine energy and feminine energy. That is it. I'm not talking about my parents, how their parenting style.
Right.
It's just what I saw, what I observed. That's all I'm saying. Let's see. There's another question coming through. It says, could it be that she might be bringing a different energy due to the demise of the previous relationship? Definitely. I mean, people bring their bag, luggage. They bring their luggage, both parties, not just the man, not just the woman. They're both bringing luggage, their past experiences, their past traumas. They're bringing that into the relationship if they don't get healed first.
Exactly that point. Because there's a lot of people, men and women, that has to be in a relationship. So they end one and jump into another without even taking time for themselves to actually be with themselves to unlearn what just happened in that relationship, and then come to terms with that and then grow from it. And they're just deciding to just jump into another relationship unhealed. And then you just kind of, it's a cycle. It just then becomes a cycle until, especially if you just jumping in with someone else that just did the exact same thing, you just cycling your own past experiences.
Recycling your feelings onto the next person. So all those feelings that you had in that prior relationship, you're recycling them into the next one because you haven't healed from that one. You haven't gone to therapy. You haven't meditated. You haven't freed yourself, or you haven't understood, okay, well, what went wrong in this relationship? How did we get here? Like, why didn't it work? You haven't discovered, truthfully, you haven't resolved those problems. And so you bring it over into the next relationship. And so, excuse me, I can only speak for myself, but I believe that's one of the number one reasons why I haven't gotten into a relationship. And it's not even on my radar. Like, I'm not healed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not healed. I'm still going through it. To be honest with you, I went through something today that just literally blew my mind. So I have a baby daddy and I have an husband. Okay. Ex. And so, like I said, when I say I procreated,
which he we gonna talk about?
Both of them, like, they both, like, we just gonna discuss both of them. Like, okay, we're gonna put it on the record. They hate me. They hate my guts. Okay. I just,
they love you.
I cut the relationship off with both of them. Okay.
That's why they hate you, because they really love you.
So, whew, child. So,
take a sip. Take a sip.
I got to. Lord.
Take a sip. Look, because I can't sip. I took medicine, so I can't sip.
I'm getting feedback. Don't put it out here, but it's like, I know I shouldn't, but it just happened. And it's one of the main reasons why I am on my masculine energy and I haven't transitioned into a relationship. So, my ex, we do not get along.
Which one? We talking ex-husband or
ex-husband?
Okay,
the ex-husband. Me and the baby daddy, we are we're cordial because we don't talk. Okay, we don't have any interaction, so we real good. But the ex-husband, so I didn't let him know where I live.
What? Well, he
didn't know my location. Okay, I definitely feel like whenever you get mad, you like to pop up. You like to pop up and you irritate, and if we get into it about something, that you use that as a trump card because you know where I live, so you can just pop up anytime you feel like it. When you have a bipolar moment, you use that as your trump card. So I had moved and he didn't know where I was. And that just, it got under his skin. And he was like, I'm going to find out. I'm going to find out. And so I was like, okay, y'all don't tell him, telling kid, I don't tell him, tell him, don't tell your daddy. Okay, everybody around my circle, don't tell him, where I live, whatever. How about he knows where I live?
And how? Because you said them two. What happened, girl?
The baby daddy told the ex-husband where I live.
And why would he do that? That's the $1 million question.
That's the $1 million question. So I talked to him on the phone and I'm like, what in your right mind? You don't have a right mind. But what in your mind did you think it was okay for you to give my address? We don't even rock like together. I don't know nothing about what you got going on. You don't know nothing about what I got going on. Why would you feel like it was okay to give out my address? And not just to my ex, but to anybody.
Right.
Like, I know where you live. I mean, did you forget? I know exactly where you live. So I can give out your address, just, and so when I said that, he was like, he justified it, girl, by saying, well, he was saying that, he was trying to see his daughter. And I was like,
that's not for you to give. He's trying to be Travis Scott.
he was definitely trying to be petty, and he was messy, and he knew exactly what he was doing. And that to me was a bitch ass move. Okay. That was him always being in his feminine energy, because that's who he was from the beginning. So I can't expect, and I shouldn't have, like, I'm upset, but like, to be honest with you, that's what he's been. You know what I'm saying? I just was able to like wake up just a little bit, because I still end up with somebody, yeah. So there you go.
That's crazy.
There's one of the reasons why I have to be in my masculine energy.
Yeah. Because now too, being in your masculine energy, like you said, he likes to trump card it and pop up and all of that. Now you protect her, right? You also protect her. Because both of them in their feminine roles, that's why he did that.
Yeah. So, I mean, let me put a question out to the audience. Like, what man do y'all know that would do something? I mean, are y'all that guy? Like, is that something that you like? Let me put it out there. Y'all comment, leave a comment and below. Like, I mean, who truthfully, who sides with the baby daddies? I'm just gonna put it like that, because they're procreations. Yeah. I just procreated it. Like, what? Which one of y'all, said he wasn't wrong? He wasn't wrong in what he did. Like, it was okay. Like,
maybe look, for the men who say that he wasn't wrong, I'm gonna just say y'all in y'all feminine energy. And maybe I am in my masculine energy, answering in this way. He was wrong. That was some catty stuff to do. So yeah, that's crazy. That is so crazy. Wow. I can't say that I don't have to go through that part, but I do get not wanting people to know where you live at all, because for some men, they don't be acting right. They don't be acting right at all. Like, I know in my dating, I feel like where I live is my kids' home. What Greg said, he want to be a man like his mama. Yeah, probably. And you know what? So to speak on that kind of goes right back into women being in their masculine energy, and men are arguing with the woman, but actually saying that she's the argumentative one, she's the nagger and everything. And it's crazy too, because with women has the ability to build up, their man. Women has a strong ability to destroy with their words, right? I know.
Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about
that. I'm like a master at it. I feel like I'm clearly a master at it. Like my ex will say, you are the only person that can get under my skin the way that you do. And I might say 2 words, you know,
because we know them. We know them.
you know, it might be 2 words. Sometimes it might not even be anything because I know you so well. I know when to not say anything and it gets under your skin, right? But being that women do have this ability to build or destroy when we speak, I think we too have to kind of pay attention to how we communicate when we are in relationships, to communicate properly. Because at times, even though we might go into that masculine, you know, energy, that's not where we want to be.
Exactly.
And we have to figure out how, and it's unfortunately, we still have to be the ones to figure out how we can come out of that masculine energy and go right back into the feminine energy and have our man that we're with be in his, you know, true role as a leader. Because every woman wants a man that she can learn from. Every woman wants to be in her softness. There's not a single woman that's just like that's out here like, yeah, I wanna be hard. No, you don't. No, you
well,
don't.
you know, the hard ones that want to be hard, but us
Yeah.
ones who,
yeah, outside of them,
outside of them,
a woman wants to be soft. She wants to, you know, she doesn't want to be the lead. She wants to be submissive. That's what she wanna be.
Yes, we want to be in that feminine energy. We want to get back to that. Like, can we get back to that in 2022? You know, 22 is almost over. Can we get back to being feminine in 2023? Like,
let's normalize it.
Can the real man stand up so we can get back into our feminine energy? So we don't have to be argumentative, controlling. What was the other one?
Difficult.
Yes, we don't want to be that all the time. It's exhausting. Like,
it's really, really, really exhausting.
Then we gotta be soft for our children. You know, we have to like tap into it, you know, like both sides. Like, how do you transition? Like, it, you know what I'm saying? It's a juggling act. Like,
and then too, a lot of women don't even pay attention that they're in their masculine role. So like, I wasn't feeling good, as I mentioned. You know what? Maybe I'm gonna wear a hat, you know, and not do my hair and not do my makeup, right? You know, and then I was like, wait a minute.
That's us being in our masculine energy. Right? There you go. Like, I'm just gonna put on these sweat. I ain't doing nothing. I ain't gotta be cute today, looking half crazy.
Exactly.
Bonnet on, you know what I mean? Like all day to the girl, you know, that's not feminine. Like, that's not, we want to be cute all the time. Like, we want to, we want our aura. Yes.
Our aura to show it, right? Yes. And so that's coming from within. So I was like, nah, because I feel great when, you know, it's like when my hair's done, makeup's on, I'm like, can't nobody tell me anything. I'm super good, right? It's just the glow, you know, and it's from within. So this guy, I'm gonna talk about this real fast. So, because this happened today too. I got a text message. This guy sent me a picture, right? And like it's a close up. It's a selfie, quote unquote. But it's a close up. And so as I'm looking at the picture, I was like, that's a nice picture. And I was like, who took it? Right? Because I can see like he may have not taken it. So he responds and he's like his friend, LOL, took it. That means another female, right? So you send me a picture of yourself that another female took. And I was like, why would you do that? I'm like, you know, like that's y'all business. Like, let that be y'all business. That's something that I don't need to know anything about. And he was like, why are you being, what did he say? Defensive. And I was like, wow, that's crazy that you said that I'm being defensive, because I'm letting you know to not share with me stuff that from your event, your time with another woman. Like, who does that? So are you really in your feminine role? Like, I don't understand how I'm being defensive. That's interesting.
I mean, how would you like if it was done to you? Yeah, I'm just saying, like, don't do to me what you can't handle, because that's what happened in my relationships. Like, you couldn't help, or you couldn't handle me giving you your energy that you're giving me. You couldn't handle that. The sarcasm.
Like, I can't look.
The pettiness, the sarcasm, the pettiness. Like, it got under your skin, because I mean, I just do it so much better. You know what I'm saying? I can be you so much better than you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So much better.
So I'm trying to help
like
you.
I can meet you at your stopping point. So don't. Yeah, like, and it's gonna, because I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna observe everything you do. I'm gonna pay attention. You know, and I mean, are we paying attention to each other? Because that's dope too. You know what I'm saying? You're paying attention to me just as much as I'm paying attention to you. You know, that's dope energy. I feel like that's when things are a little bit balanced, because I have to be on my P's and Q's. I have to, and so do you, because I'm watching you. Like, if I'm gonna choose you as a leader, like, I'm watching. Are you a liar? You know, I mean, are you just laugh for no reason?
Just for no reason, manipulator.
Why? Like,
that's what you start paying attention to.
That. Like, I don't look. I'm not choosing you. I'm not
exactly. Because that's what you start paying attention to. You be like, wait a minute, you're a manipulator.
He don't even know he lied. Like, he just sat up here and told me two different stories about the same situation. He don't even know. He don't even know. Dude, you was a whole liar. Like, but I'm just gonna sit back and let you lie. I'm just gonna take note.
Exactly. Mental notes. So like, yeah, exactly. So and then when I speak around me. Right. But the moment that you speak on it, then you're argumentative.
Yes, I'm controlling.
Oh, controlling.
You know, I take things too literal. How about that? I may take things too literally. I've heard that before.
Oh, wait. I think that's what he said.
Oh, is that what?
I think that's what he said. You take things too serious.
I'm sorry, but what?
How? In what world?
So you want me to take everything as a
what?
A what?
Yeah.
I don't. What am I? How am I supposed to take it?
I'm confused.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. Have a nice day. That's what I'm gonna end this with. Have a nice day. Because I'm sorry, sir. You got it twisted.
Yeah.
Right. You know?
Definitely. I know what I want. You know what I'm saying? And I know what I want. I feel like I have not ran across it yet, but I do know that there's men out there that exist. You know, I think those type of men exist. Like, I definitely want to be exposed and taught things that I didn't know, like elevate me, like put
that
me
part. Yeah.
You know, tap into your masculine energy and show me something. But let's go back to where we at with time. Okay. We got about 15 minutes left of this show. If you guys are liking what you say, if you're liking what we say, you're liking what you're hearing, go ahead and press a like and a subscribe to the VNO Vibes. You guys, excuse me. There you go. Ron at the bottom. Go ahead, a like and subscribe, guys. Thank you for tuning in. But yeah, let's talk about, you know, so we've gotten to the point where, okay, so now we're in our masculine energy, but now we're trying to, you know, transition. Like, we understand it, we realize it. Okay, we in our masculine energy. Okay, so now what now? Like, what do we do now? Like, what's the next step? Do we stay in here for life? We got to be here for life?
No. So the thing will be is finding that person who you can be your authentic self with, right?
Yes.
That's the whole thing. So like I mentioned, you know, I have a lot of male friends, right? And mostly all of my male friends will be like, you a hoe nigga. You know, like
that part. Ask me what I do for a living. Ask me what I do for a living.
What do you do for a living, ma'am?
I am a 134 electrician. I work with no females. I am the only female on an 11-man crew. When I show up on the job site, I am literally the only woman. Do you know that is my element? That is my element. Like, I don't want to work with women. I don't like like
Oh, being that you said that, you don't want to work with women. So how about this though? Because we're talking about she's difficult, she's controlling, she's argumentative and everything. I had my kids' middle school teacher asked me, and this was a couple years ago, back, in Indiana, asked me if I hated women. And I was like, what? She was like, do you dislike women? I'm a woman, ma'am. I was like, being that this is, for the whole world to see. And I feel like I have to say this. I was born a female. So I am.
Yeah, but trans is trending.
Yeah, let me put that out there. Let me put that out there. I was born a female, right? So she had asked me this question, and this is why though. So I was correcting her teacher on how she spoke to my child, but not even just my child, but the children in the class. Why? Because as a woman who has 3 kids that has come out of her body, and as a woman who has menstrual cycles and understands hormones and how it can be imbalanced, right?
They don't want to hear that. I think just the word just make them cringe. Like, I felt every guy in the chat like,
right.
But
I am not going to sit up here and be like, just because you are on your menstrual as a woman or that you're pregnant, that you can come and my child can be your punching bag. That's not it.
Definitely not.
No, you stay at home. Stay at home. And as a woman in a role, because this is the principal, right? So she's in her masculine energy too, right? Because she has to lead. But I feel like too, at times, and some women might not like this part, but it's my opinion.
Using opinions, y'all. Like and subscribe.
It's my opinion that at times when women get into leadership roles, because it is that type of a role, they feel like that they are now like, the boss. Like I can tell you what to do, right? They take that role to their head. And I have to just kind of correct her, like, ma'am, you get paid for because of these kids. Like,
right. So what was she doing?
This a whole
she was just being What was she doing?
Yes. So it was a teacher who was actually pregnant. Okay. And she's going through her little imbalance, right? But she's going in on the students for no reason. My child was one of them. She had just emailed me and told me how great my child is and how she uses my child as an example for the other kids to follow. So now my child comes home and telling me what's going on. Whoa.
So she basically picking on the kids? She picking on the kids, girl. Good night.
Because you
good night. Because
right?
she's so much in her masculine energy. Okay.
Yeah.
We get it.
Yeah. So I'm like, wait a minute. Nope, that's not gonna happen. And then she questions me. Do you have a problem? Do you dislike women? No, I don't have a dislike to women. I have a dislike to controlling. That controlling energy that women can get,
for sure. Yeah, she couldn't turn that button off. So she had a problem with transitioning from masculine to feminine. And so she carried that on, outside of her school, outside of her work of the school. She did that to the parents. So she's just gonna control everything and everybody. And I get that. Like, there are women who have that, and they don't know how to turn it off, right? There's no switch, and then because they've been in it for so long, so you don't know her story, like where she came from, how she got into she got to where she is. She could have had some issues, some trauma, happened to her. We don't know. But what we do know is that, we love our men, melanated men. I know that you have no preference. I do have a preference. I'm sorry, I do. But
no,
we
but you know why?
We love our melanated men and the others. And it's just we want to be able to relinquish, you know what I'm saying, this masculinity. We want to be able to tap into our feminine side. But there's some things that we're looking for. So for me, I'm looking for your diet. What do you eat? Do you not even pick up water? Like, water is not even in your vocabulary. Like, are you disgusted by water? Because baby, if that is the case, you cannot talk. Like, we not gonna work.
Yeah, right.
Your kidneys aren't functioning. You're on a time scale because your whole kid, like you have body think, your body needs water. We're at what 80%, 90% water. Excuse me, my light went out. But if you're not drinking water, then you can't talk to me. I'm sorry.
But too, because we're talking diet. Diet is also what you put into your brain, right? So that's going to be what you're watching. I'm big on, this is why, I have no preference. I'm big on the mindset.
Yeah.
So that's my major thing. Besides, drinking water. But I'm doing better.
Is water a big thing for you? Like, I mean, does your man have to drink water? Like, I'm gonna need like your body I need to work functionally. Like, if you don't drink water and you think it's disgusting, you fucked up. Like, you just inside, you might look good on the outside, but on the inside, you like
your body dying. Your body is dying.
It's diseased, and that can't be up in me. So I just don't know. Like, it just ain't gonna work. Like, it's just not. It's not.
That can't be up in me.
That can't be up in me. I cannot have no pork eating. I just can't. Like, my body is. I've been away
your
from
body
pork.
Is your temple.
My body is my temple. My body is gonna help me to elevate my man. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna help me to support my man. So my body needs to be right, and yours does too.
Yeah.
So I can't look up to anybody who just puts anything in their body. How about that?
But again, that starts with mindset, though. And so that's why I said mine start with it's the mindset, because what are you feeding your brain?
Yes.
Right. What are you?
Your stomach is your second brain. You got two brains. You got two. two.
Yeah. So what are you taking? Your diet, as you just said, what are you feeding yourself? Right.
Yeah.
Yes. The mental, the physical, right?
Yes.
Because look, here's this. For me to come fully out of my masculine energy, right?
Right.
So this guy, he's like, man, all the things that, like I've done with you, take you here, do this, that, blah, blah, blah. He's like, man, any other woman would be like in love, ready to marry, all that. And he's like, and you're like,
Lord, please don't tell me he used that card. Like, oh my God.
Right?
He's like, no game. I'm sorry, you ain't got no game. He's
like, but for you though, it's like, oh no, that don't matter. You gotta do that. Plus, I gotta go get healed, and I gotta be able to
right. You gotta better yourself. Yes. Exactly.
Yes.
Step your game up. It starts with you, not with your money, not with like all those things are gonna come. Like, it starts with you, what's inside of you, what's in here and what's in here. That's where it starts. Like, I need to see that those things are in place before I let you lead me, and before I get out of my masculine energy and let you, you know what I'm saying, be the leader of this team. Like,
exactly.
I need to do that because that's what I want, and that's what I'm looking for. So if you want to be with me, that's what
you gotta have it all.
You gotta have it.
You gotta have it all.
The money that comes, that'll come because you're in your right mind, you're in your right body, you're in your right spirit, you're in your right conscious. The everything else will follow.
Yes,
I wholeheartedly believe that. I believe that. And we are so glad that you guys sat in with us on this show. We're gonna wrap it up. I did want to give a shout out to the ECR program that's out here in Gary, Indiana. Taking children within the neighborhood. They have 46 children from 22 schools within the Northwest Indiana area. They are hosting an event at AMC November. Hold on. Oh, look. Lord Jesus. If Ron can post if you can post that, I really appreciate that. Man, it's November 9th. November 9th. Don't quote me though. Yeah, November 9th. Don't quote me. The tickets are $55 up until today. Tomorrow they will be $60. They do have an early bird special, $55. And what it is, it's a red carpet event. We have it's a premiere of Black Panther. The movie is coming out. I'm excited. My kids are excited. They're having
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever, baby. Yes, give me. Black Panther, where you at? Like, bring them back. Like, you know, put the rings on, bring them back. Yes, Wakanda forever. So, yeah, so shout out to the ECR Foundation. They're making moves, doing things with our young people. It's such a good energy within that group. It's ladies who do not even have children, who have grandchildren, who are taking the lead in the community to educate our young young melanated women and children. And I'm sorry, it's middle school and high school children. And yeah, so November 9th is a Black Panther event. Tickets are $55 today. Tomorrow they will be $60. It is a red carpet event, premiere of the Black Panther movie. Ava, you got anything to say? We got a few minutes.
Yeah, so we can kind of just close it out with this.
Okay.
Right? Because we said, how can we come out of it? Be your authentic self.
Yes.
If you are a woman and you realize or recognize that you are the one pursuing relationships, you are in your masculine energy. Stop pursuing. Don't be a chaser at all. And then
at all.
Wow.
Know your worth at all.
Know your worth. There you go. And I'll end it with this quote from Lebo Graham. He says, when a woman feels like she cannot be loved for simply who she is, she shifts into the masculine. However, in the masculine, you can never discover your true worth as a woman. So you got to step out. You got to step out. Be your authentic self.
Point. Yep.
Yeah.
You're ready. Well, are you ready to step out? I'm ready. You know, I got a little bit of healing to do, but I think I'm ready to step out.
I've been out of it a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. Well, we're going to talk about, how about we talk about, what are we going to talk about next week? Are we going to talk about food? We're going to talk about diet.
Next week? Oh, we can. You want to talk about food, dieting?
Let's talk about diet. Let's talk about what we put in our brain, our second brain.
Yes.
We have two brains. Did you know that? Did you know that? Your stomach is your second brain. Yes.
Yes. Because then that will kind of even help you transition out of, because you'll be awakening your other conscious. Yes.
Yep.
Because it's all about our spiritual well-being. That's what it's about, right? At the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day. That chakra system.
Yes. Yep.
Tap in. All right.
Thank you guys. You guys have a good night. We're going to close out the show and we'll see you guys. Tune in next week. If you like what you hear, tune in next week. Like and subscribe.
All right. Thank you.
What you heard was nothing but the vibe.
It's a vibe. Feels like only yesterday that we were together. When you say goodbye, I know you mean forever. Ooh.